So it sounds as if Brian Sabean and Omar Minaya might have bigger roles in 2024. If you if you heard Brian Cashman speak yesterday, it was an eye opener, and all but an admission that their style of analytics experiment did not work, and it had multiple effects. Obviously at the major league level, but through the minor league level, but also hamstrung Sabian's and Manaya's ability to do what they were brought here to do, which is identifying and even signing talent either internationally or through the amateur college draft, right? So, and it sounds as if Brian Cashman is open to letting them have a bigger role in helping them do that job in 2024. Now, I'm not sure if Cashman's hamstrung their ability in 2023 or if Hal did. We just don't know. I'm not going to speculate either. But the press conference yesterday, and kudos to Cashman for doing this. I mean, so, and again, it's an all but an admission that a lot of what they were, he admitted that the season was a disaster, and a lot of what they were doing or not doing caused the season to be a disaster. So, I got to give him credit where it's due. And it doesn't make me a Cashman lover, despite what people say. I really don't care what people say. So, but all but admitting that some of the things they did not work. And they need to be open to, like, why did you bring these two guys in here, Sabean and Minaya, if you weren't going to let them do their thing? So, Sabean particularly was one of the architects of the core four, drafting and bringing in the core four, like Derek Jeter and the rest of them. Yeah, like in the early 90s. Yes, he was Brian Sabean. He was here. It's not all Gene Michael. This stuff didn't happen without Brian Sabean. So, much as people like to say it was all Gene Michael, it wasn't Brian Cashman, whether it's a hit, whatever it is, who cares? Brian Sabean played a part in it. They're here. They had great careers, and that's a key thing. So now it looks like they're going to have bigger roles in 2024, and rightfully so. And if the Yankees want to right some of these wrongs, they're going to get here all hands on deck. They're going to have to modify their analytic approach. They're going to have to get better personnel, sign better personnel, like draft better personnel, develop better personnel, or just draft personnel into better personnel, develop them into better personnel. Like, this is what they're going to have to do. Okay? Whether they retain Cashman and Boone or not, they still have to do it. Sabean and Minaya themselves, not enough. So, but that was an eye-opening press conference yesterday from Brian Cashman. So again, like I said, kudos to him for acknowledging some of the things that he hasn't been able to acknowledge. And we're not exactly sure whether he was given the ability to do that or now he's being given the ability to do that. We don't know. So, and again, I don't see the point in speculating just for clicks, just for whatever. It has no effect at all. So, and that's big news. So, it's something to be encouraged about here in Yankee land after this disastrous season, which is, 80% over, pretty much. So, and so maybe it put them on better footing heading into next season. And this is something that they've got to do. As soon as this season ends and they're given the ability to, start doing things, they got to do things. Be proactive, be early, build the right infrastructure around them, and so on and so forth. So, but I would watch out for Sabean. I would watch out for Minaya to have bigger roles, more significant roles in 2024, which can be a really good thing for the Yankees. Really good thing for the Yankees, and I hope that they take advantage of that. So, whether it's Hal's call, I don't care whose call it is, just make the call, please, and let them make this team better, make this organization better. All right, there's nothing better, nothing more profitable than winning a damn championship and making a deep run in New York. So hopefully they'll do that. But something to keep an eye out for. And I'll obviously, I'm going to keep you updated on anything that happens in this. So if you happen to not be subscribed to this channel, please do so. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like, the thumbs up if you enjoy the content as well. It's very helpful to the channel. It's helpful. It's greatly appreciated. It means the world, and it also just guarantees that you don't miss anything important when it comes to the Yankees. Okay, even this type of stuff. Even this type of stuff. Now, in separate baseball news, for those of you who haven't heard, Shohei Ohtani tore his ulnar collateral ligament, his UCL. One of the ligaments that's most prominent in needing Tommy John surgery as a pitcher. So that dramatically diminishes his value as a two-way player, as an elite two-way player. And this is what, like, one of the reasons I was against trading for Ohtani at this age. At the age of, he's going to be 30 at the start of his new contract. So this is the type of stuff that's what happen more often. And again, having a DH in a pitcher, he doesn't have a position to play, particularly when the Yankees. I know a lot of Yankee fans wanted us to get Shohei Ohtani and were of the feeling that it was problem solved. Well, it's not problem solved. He can't do one of the two things that he does elite now for a while. I know he's going to get a second opinion, but chances are he's going to need another Tommy John surgery. Bryce Harper had just had it as an offensive player. It's taken him a while to come back. He's come back, but it's taken him a while to come back. So keep that in mind. Okay, he can still hit, but again, remember, he hits lefty, so that when he swings his bat and extends his bat, the stress goes on the right arm, which is the pitching arm. Okay, as a lefty, extending your arms outward, okay, extending that swing, a lot of stress goes on the right arm, the pitching arm. So just food for thought. Okay, there's a chance he might have to take a short-term deal now with the Angels or whoever he might take a short-term deal with. But I think this has, all but maybe in the 10-year, $500 million contract assumption that I might be wrong. He could still get it. Team could take a serious gamble on him, but they're going to have to have these things on the back of their mind as part of the gamble. So let me know what you think about Ohtani. I mean, are you surprised? What? He left the game yesterday with dead arm, but even though he went deep, which he's got 44 home runs, he's an elite hitter, no doubt about it. But the Yankees, they already have a highly paid DH. So, and unless they move on from that highly paid DH, doesn't make any sense for them to bring in somebody like Ohtani. 0 cents. Okay, especially if he can't pitch. Okay, so, and Tommy John as a pitcher is different than Tommy John as strictly a hitter. Bryce Harper was able to come back a little bit quicker than Tommy John. Okay, but remember, if you want the guy to be a two-way player, it's going to be the 12 to 18-month requisite recovery period in that regard. So, just something to keep in mind. He may not be a two-way player that much longer. So, great player, no doubt about it. No freaking days in him. Beyond an elite hitter. I think he's a better hitter than he is a pitcher, but he's still a good pitcher. But this throws a wrench into a lot of the Shohei Ohtani plans for pretty much everybody. So, but I want to know what you think. Load up the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. I'll see y'all later for the postgame.